Hello and welcome to Unsubjected's weekly abstracting unsubjected present. What? Welcome to abstracting presents. Welcome to abstracting presentation. Nice. Welcome to the weekly long version of abstracting unsubjected. This is the videos where it's like in a general overview of the progression of abstracting unsubjected so you can understand how the system will work. Whereas the other sessions are just working sessions of actually abstracting it. And this is still abstracting unsubjected because there's one revision within these sessions. That's the format. The format, as I explained to you, how these 7 pillars work, and then I do at least one revision, and then we call it a day. Okay, so I'm thinking like, oh, no one watches these, so it's like I don't need to clarify which ones are like the overviews and which ones are just abstracting sessions, but maybe I should. Is it that deep? It really isn't that deep. Is it though? Okay, well, I can just put, it's not that deep. What I'm gonna do is, actually is, I'm gonna put, let's see. I'm so angry. If it's like an overview, okay, I'm gonna revise the videos that are actual overviews, and I'm gonna put overview in parentheses. And then I'm only gonna upload overview, the newest revision of an overview on the website, so that way people don't click on just like a working session. Okay, I need to write that down. Okay. So change those to overview and then upload overview. Newest overviews only on a website accordingly. Okay, let's get started. So I'm gonna look for my first revision before I get into depth with y'all. So I just need to find one capitalized letter because everything is lowercase. Technically everything in here could be lowercase. Oh, brilliant. I didn't know if it was like a screenshot. Changing that. All right. Got one revision. Okay, so what is the abstraction of unsubjected? So the 7 pillars basically comprise how all this will work. And this is based on our limited understanding of these different types of systems. Obviously, there's professional wording for it. Like the physical infrastructure breakdown is just like a civil engineer's plan. The system within the ecosystem, like whatever you call it, operations. Personnel is like people hired. App is like technological infrastructure, whatever people call that, like app development. The app developers like blueprint, and like system within the app, whatever that's called. And then personnel within the app, like people hired. And then how the physical and digital connect to alleviate suffering. So bridging the gap, so that way we can alleviate suffering by harmonically creating, and that is what unsubjected. That's why we're unsubjected, so we can do that. Okay. And so at the top of each page, you'll see which pillar is being clarified. So majority of this abstract is just literally abstracting just beautifully and freely the first pillar, which is the physical infrastructure. And as you can see, I've started a 3D model. These are the metrics for the 3D model, so I have the right measurements for when the 3D things are printed. And then this is an oil painting I'm working on. This is acrylic painting I might just like add more to it, which is why it says progression instead of completion. And then, yeah. So once you get here, these are like, this breaks down, okay, based on my current understanding, there's 12 pillars of how this all works. So now you'll see another little subset on the side of that. Okay, land is the first one, and then you'll see more pages about the next pillar, which is energy, all the way that you see a lot of farming pages, all the way to the last pillar, which is the landscape detailing. And as you can see, that's why it's a 12 right there. And then that concludes the physical infrastructure pages thus far. And then we proceed on to pillar 2, which is the system within the ecosystem. And it's not really that built out because I don't really want to, but I will anyways, just for the sake of it. But realistically, when we get the personnel, which is the third pillar, they will have full creative control, and they will be able to not full, but almost basically full creative control over how things will work, because I mean, that's what you want as a creative. So yeah, these are our dream board members, and if any of these resonate with you, email me at joy@unsubjected.org. If there's a demand for it, like, I will go through each of these people, and yeah, but as you can imagine, like, the 12 pillars or the 13 pillars, it's a little confusing because, like, the physical infrastructure is 12 pillars, but there's actually 13 pillars because the main office is split into two. It's like physical and then digital. And yeah, so these are the people. If any of these like areas resonate with you, let me know. And then now we're gonna proceed to the technological infrastructure. So this is me abstracting the app build out. Like, I have no experience with building apps. I'm just abstracting what, like, my mind feels and sees and what makes sense. But the digital visionary would have full creative control. This is just me building it out, and like, we will either get someone hired on eventually or become a board member eventually, or I'll just do it myself, like, along the way, like, because it's gonna happen regardless. So but yeah, kind of excited. I'm like kind of proud of myself of how like good this is looking, because I didn't think I would really do it. Like, look how detailed this is becoming. Like, there's so many layers within layers. So yeah, and then the next pillar 5, is the system within the app, which the creative visionary has, the digital visionary has full creative control over that, but it will be built out over time just because. And then the 6th pillar is the personnel within the app. Again, the digital visionary will be responsible for that. Then lastly, but actually most importantly, is how the physical and digital connect to alleviate suffering. This is clearly not built out that much in this abstraction, but basically, you love art, you work with Unsubjected to make art, you sell your art, you have your earnings automated, percentage to you, percentage to Unsubjected's future, and a percentage to a cause in the world that you want to help resolve. And you make that very apparent to your audience, and we hold you accountable to actually be an intentional, structured artist within whatever your passion is. And yeah, that concludes today's weekly abstracting unsubjected overview. Thank you. If you watch this, please comment your feedback, and we hope to see you in our future.